News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Pahrump Nugget, Progressive Cash Drawings, Mystery Point Multipliers, Mystery Gift Days, Extra Cash for 4 of a kinds, Bingo, Bowling, Football, and Food Specials. Looking for constant action? Look no further. Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Saturday night, right before dusk, was a single vehicle rollover up on the mountain on Mount Charleston. The 3 females driving the SUV, however, after they rolled the vehicle, it landed on their wheels. They were able to drive down the mountain with 1 injury. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene to evaluate that occupant. We're going to speak to Fire Chief Scott Lewis.
It's my understanding that the actual accident occurred several miles up in the mountain in the slushy areas where it had turned from snow into the regular gravel roads. And at some point, a vehicle overturned. There was 3 occupants. The vehicle landed upright, and at some point there was at least 1 injury. They drove the vehicle down off the mountain and then called 911 once they got back into cell service. Upon arrival, we did find an SUV with substantial damage consistent with that of a rollover, and 1 patient was subsequently transported to the local hospital.
It is true that they don't get cell service up the hill up there.
Yeah, it's something we encounter on a regular basis as well. Once you get past certain points, there is no cell coverage.
And do you think that the person was wearing their seatbelt at that point? Do you know?
I don't know, since, again, they drove down the mountain, so it's very difficult to tell. But it reminds us to have a solid plan, because the individuals went up in the mountain without telling anyone where they were going, what time they were leaving, and what time they were anticipating back. So it would have been a very difficult challenge to go up there and locate them if they had actually left the roadway and were not able to drive it back down for themselves. And
it was actually at dusk when this was occurring, too, as well. If there was a situation where they couldn't have drove the car down, it would have been so impossible to get emergency help up there, since they didn't have cell service.
Exactly. Without the communications and appropriate plan for having, food materials with them, additional blankets, things like that, water, it was just not very well planned, but the outcome turned out all right.
And the other occupants of the vehicle also went in the ambulance instead of staying on scene, mostly because they didn't have a vehicle to remain in, or?
Yeah, actually, we just wanted to keep the group together.
Mm-hmm. And so were they even checked out at all?
No, I don't know. Once they got to the hospital, then I don't know if they were evaluated further.
This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.